We're talking with Rochelle Taylor. Rochelle Taylor, you've just returned from Africa. What took you there?
I went to Africa because I had an opportunity to take a look at the sport programs that were operating in the countries of Algeria, Tanzania, and Zanzibar, and to be able to provide some guidance and some expertise in ways that they could ensure that the programs that the young people were participating in those countries in Africa were really getting the values of sport across in a fashion or in a way that would really benefit the young people, just as we have those kinds of opportunities and programs existing here in the United States.
You have a track record, excuse the pun, for real dedication to youth sport. How did that begin for you?
Well, actually, it did begin for me on the track. And as just a young person, just 9 years old, I had an opportunity to join a citywide track club in my hometown, Detroit, Michigan. And from the experience, which was an experience that lasted throughout some of my adulthood, I was able to really understand that I was growing and learning about things far beyond track and field because of my experiences there. I was able to travel, I was able to meet a number of people, and I was really able to see that I could push myself, believe in myself, have confidence and an ability to compete in track and field. And so my passion for youth sports really developed at a very early age, and later in life, I understood that I could combine my true passion and belief in youth sports with my business degree that I received at the University of Texas at El Paso and create a career that's centered around providing strong opportunities for young people in sport.
You are known for being very disciplined. Did you get some of that experience and learning from sport?
Absolutely, without a doubt. I was someone who understood at an early age, thanks to the guidance and the direction of my coaches in the city, that you get out of life what you put into life, or in this case, you get out of the sport what you put in the sport. And because I did have natural talent, but I also loved the sport of track and field, so I was willing to do the 2-a-day workouts. I was willing to make sure that I ate healthy, that I was taking care of my body, because I wanted to excel in track and field. And now, even as an adult, I understand, again, what you put in life, the kinds of things we do in our work do have benefits down the road. So the dedication came at an early age because of my youth sport involvement.
And that's why you want to give it to young people.
Absolutely. I think that it's a lesson that I love for all young people to have an opportunity to learn.
So how do you feel about the fact that so many educational programs seem to put sports on a back burner?
Unfortunately, we have entered a time where, because of the economy, for a number of reasons, we don't have the wide variety of youth sport opportunities for young people today, and that's surprising. You think that our country has grown and there's so many things that we have available for young people, but unfortunately, the pure sport participation for young people in a variety of sports, not just focusing on basketball or baseball or track and field, but a wide variety of sports. Those programs have been cut out from city parks and rec programs, from school programs, from community programs that may run on college campuses, and it really is having a negative impact and effect on young people.
But you are setting out in your work, you have an organization that you run now called Front Runner. What's the mission of Front Runner?
Front Runner was established and created to help define and create opportunities for young people through sport, and more importantly, to work with organizations, to work with city officials, to work with groups that can and are interested in providing these opportunities for young people and making sure that as these opportunities do become available, that they become available to teach more than just sports skills, but to make sure that the life skills, the things we learn through sport that apply to all our other areas of our lives, are emphasized as well.
Now, you've had an enormous role with the NCAA. Describe some of your responsibilities with the NCAA and how this fits with your vision.
Well, I actually began with the NCAA to help administer several youth sport programs that the organization provided at the time. And so it really was the first opportunity I had to really see what kind of impact one person can have, one organization can have on literally hundreds of thousands of young people. So I spent 10 years really working with a program called the National Youth Sports Program and having a chance to take a program that already existed, but to see what were the real needs of young people, what were the needs of the community, what were the needs of society, so to speak, and to say, let's make sure that as long as we're operating this program, we are going to be ensuring that all of the needs of the young people are met. So we added some components. Sports brings kids in. We love sports. Everybody loves sports. But while we have them, let's make sure we can spend some time talking about taking care of your body, eating healthy, being physically fit. What does that mean? Let's talk about the role of higher education and get young people thinking at an early age, just 10 years old. Let's get them thinking about life beyond middle school, life beyond high school, the role of higher education, the importance of career development. So we were able to add so many new components to this NYSP program to make sure, again, that the young people that participated were getting the best experience, a well-rounded experience, and a quality experience that would prepare them for life.
You were also given the opportunity to run the organization thanks to your contribution to it and to the NCAA. As the CEO of that organization, you handled a huge budget. Did you also have to go before Congress and state your viewpoints and be passionate in the way that you are now?
Absolutely. The organization that you're discussing is the National Youth Sports Corporation, and when I served as president, it was important for us to make sure that the funding for the NYSP program and other programs as well would remain stable. And in order to do that for any federally funded program, we had great relationships going before Congress, meeting with senators and representatives, testifying before the Labor HHS and committee to talk about the role of the NYSP program, the impact it has, and the reason that it should continue to be funded.